Thanks for joining us here with the DLLS Dallas Stars Podcast crew. Sean, Luds, Sam, I'm Owen. Let's get right to a couple of player safety issues to talk about. First, this week, Connor McDavid, arguably the best player on the planet, was the victim of a slew-foot during his game against the LA Kings, and it's Adrian Kempe who caught McDavid with a nasty grab from the top, swing the foot behind, and it was at the sort of tail end of a play on the side of the main game camera. As we got these clips, he was passing it off. A shot came in. Darcy Kuemper made a save, and no penalty was noticed. No real retribution. The TV cameras and the broadcast didn't go back to it, but the league saw it. Somebody must have complained because Kempe was fined the maximum amount. I know it's a slap on the wrist, but at least it was better than nothing as far as Oilers fans go. What do you guys think about that kind of a play, knowing that Kempe was the victim of a boarding and game misconduct back in 2021 from McDavid, and they've met in the playoffs for 3 straight years?
Well, just because you're picking on the highest profile player in the league in general, you're going to get busted. I mean, it's not a long time ago when there aren't all these camera angles, so I'm surprised it was only a fine, to be honest with you.
It's the definition of a slew-foot. I mean, you mentioned it, all the aspects of it, but the funny thing for me was when I saw it on the email from the NHL, I just thought it was Matt Rempe. I was like, oh, Rempe got in trouble again. Here we go.
I did, yeah. I did read it the same way on that. I definitely.
So you guys saw Kempe and read Rempe.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's got to be Rempe. He gets suspended again.
Yep. I read it that way too. So
that poor Ranger.
Yeah.
No, but is there anything? Is there history here? I mean, I went back and watched the video of Kempe getting checked from behind into the boards. McDavid got kicked out of 5 in a game for it. This was in 2021. I know they've played each other in the playoffs for 3 straight years. Is this just this seems deliberate because the puck is gone. It's away from the play. Thoughts?
He may just be so sick of seeing 97. That's of history. That's my only thing, is just the frustration of seeing that guy score so many points and beat them in the playoffs every year.
Are you saying was it premeditated?
Not necessarily premeditated, or
I think it has been premeditated for 5 years.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think hockey players forget. Yeah, they don't forget.
So he just seized an opportunity.
Yeah,
is what you're saying. Interesting. And the other fine that came down in the last week, actually was the week prior, was Max Domi, who we just saw the Stars beat the Leafs on Tuesday night in Toronto, was fined for elbowing Garnet Hathaway. He actually did it twice. Check this out. It's against the Flyers, and Domi comes in and blatantly fires a chicken wing toward the head, kind of overshoots him a little bit, but still drives Hathaway into the boards in a dangerous position, and then resets and goes after him again with an elbow to the head.
I mean, that's
and
crazy.
If the first one didn't get it, the second one did. Now, he did get a 2-minute minor for elbowing on that play.
For each of them, or just that one?
Apparently only one.
Didn't connect enough, I guess.
But the Flyers broadcast that I went back and watched said that there was a play earlier involving Jake McCabe from the Leafs who was injured, and they felt that maybe this was retribution for that. It looked pretty deliberate to me.
Yes. Well, and you know what? Max is one of them kind of guys, right? He dishes it out, and so you got to be able to take it, and then vice versa. And with it being Hathaway, I'm sure there was something that happened prior. You know, that whether it happened with Domi or with another teammate. And, you know, Max is the kind of guy that'll stick up for his teammates, and he doesn't always think things through. Politely.
Ty Domi on Scott Niedermayer. That's what I just watched.
Yeah.
I just watched son replicating dad in non-playoff circumstances. That's what I watched there.
It's clearly illegal. Do any of you guys have a problem with a dirty high hit to the head? I'm sure you do. Is retribution. I thought the whole thing of hockey's very traditionalist, we stand up is, you know, I think of Don Cherry. You go to the head face to face, never from behind.
Yeah. Or you've dropped the gloves, or you do something that's within the rules. I think that, I don't know, Domi looked like he intentionally did that, but it could also be caught up in the moment, tries to go for a big hit. he's a small guy, so he kind of has to elevate himself a little bit anyway. Elevates himself
Nothing
too
like
much.
elbowing
on
and
both.
leaving your feet.
Yeah, both were pretty bad. So if it was intentional to do that, then yeah, absolutely, that shouldn't be how you get back at someone or get back at a team.
And
You get caught up in the you get caught up in the moment on the first flyby.
Yeah, right.
The second moment.
He was caught up in moments.
No,
And
he
look,
booked the flight.
we've had Max in Dallas. He's a great guy. I love the team first. And what Ledge was saying earlier, he's willing to dish it out. He'll take it. I just don't like seeing elbows toward guys' heads. I would rather a guy go for a big hit. I don't want to see guys going low and go knee on knee. I don't like that dirty stuff. If you have to respond to somebody, get him legally, hit him hard.
But if you're talking about Kempe and McDavid, because it would happen a couple years ago, I promise you there's something Hathaway did too.
Oh, positive. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I'm sure that's where this comes.
Yep. But either way, fines are being dished out. Are they a deterrent, or is it just an announcement for the rest of the league to at least pay attention?